Hello everyone and welcome to my CBS Soaps official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Monday, October 27, 2025. Today on The Bold and the Beautiful, as Hope and Brooke cheer the relaunch of Hope for the Future, Liam shares his true feelings with the former wife that he wants back. Fourth time's the charm. As the episode began, Hope was at Forrester Creations busily accessorizing a model with Brooke on the sidelines nodding yay or nay to her choices. When Liam texted, Brooke encouraged her daughter to go to him and keep an open mind and heart. "We both know you love Liam," she said. When Donna came into the showroom, she and her sister speculated about whether Hope and Liam were making up for lost time since his brain tumor was revealed to have been, well, non-existent. Then, for anyone who didn't know, Brooke clarified Hope's feelings for Liam. Liam popped the question to Hope. Alone with Hope at Brooke, Liam said that spending time together with Bate as a family meant as much to him as it did to their daughter. "I know what I want from the rest of my life," he said, gearing up to propose, "and who I want to spend it with." As they sat, Liam recalled that it was in that very room that Hope had figured out that he was dying in air quotes. The feelings surrounding that near miss, however, had been real. He then reminded Hope that she'd promised to be with him till the bitter end. Now that he no longer had one foot in the grave, did the offer still stand? From there, Liam recapped a bit, and Hope assured him that she'd always love him. "Every day without you feels wasted," he said. "I've put you through a lot, I know that, and all I can do is promise that you will never have to question my commitment to you again." With that, he pulled out an engagement ring. "What do you say yes and instantly make me the happiest man on the planet?" Was there any doubt that Hope would say yes? "Thank you for giving me the chance to be your husband again," Liam told her. Sheila threatens to murder Taylor. At the apartment above Il Giardino, Lee popped in to see Sheila. They were both surprised that the doc hadn't yet been fired from the hospital, especially with Bill gunning for her. Talk then turned to Sheila's marital problems and the fact that Deacon was being counseled by Taylor. Lee was shocked that the shrink had taken on Deacon as a client. "If anyone can get to his heart," Sheila said, "it's Taylor." Ha, if she only knew. Later, Sheila recalled seeing her husband embracing his therapist. Was that what Lee called her unique way of touching her patients? As the episode neared its end, Lee asked Sheila point-blank if she was afraid Deacon was stepping out on her with another woman. "No," Sheila said, "but it'd better not be with Taylor if he did, that's for sure. If they ever did anything inappropriate," the madwoman said, "I'd kill her." Deacon and Taylor compared notes as bridge roadkill. At Taylor's office, she marveled that Deacon had been paying attention during their sessions and therefore knew that he had to decide about his marriage himself. He soon turned the tables and asked Taylor how she was for a change. After all, the way he saw it, he and the shrink were both roadkill from Brooke and Ridge. And how nice was it to see Taylor get to smile for a change? Deacon urged Taylor to take her pain, process it, and make room for some new joy, bigger, better. Taylor tried to make excuses for Ridge's waffling, then admitted that this time she'd been convinced they'd be together for keeps. He just never honors his commitments. At that, Deacon took Taylor in his arms and told her to let it go. Could they have looked any more like they were about to kiss? Extended episode Monday, October 27, 2025, expanded. As Hope's soft laughter faded into the quiet of Brooke's living room, the shot held steady on the engagement ring glimmering on her finger. For a moment, it felt like the universe had finally decided to show them a little mercy. Hope blinked, overwhelmed, her fingers tracing the ring like it might disappear if she stopped paying attention. Liam watched her with that familiar mixture of devotion, longing, and relief, like he was breathing easier for the first time in years. "Liam," Hope whispered, voice trembling, "I didn't think we'd ever get to this place again." He smiled, not the carefree one from their early days, but a tired, learned smile full of mistakes and second chances. "We made it," he said softly. "We're here, and I don't ever want to waste another second pretending I don't know where I belong." Hope leaned into him, and for a long stretch no words were needed. It felt like time folded, like they were those two kids again, standing under the Forrester sunlit windows dreaming about forever. Brooke watched from the doorway, not intruding, just absorbing it. Her eyes glistened, the corners of her lips curved upward in something between joy and relief. She'd seen her daughter fight so many battles, some loud, some silent. This was the reward. But peace never lasts long in this city, especially not for the Logans and the Spencers. Forrester Creations, Design Office. RJ was hunched over a drafting table, sketching a gown with intense focus. Luna approached slowly, holding 2 coffees, one for him, one for her. She hesitated, watching the way his brow furrowed when he was deep in thought. She loved that look. She hated that she loved that look. "Hey," she finally said, soft. He startled, then grinned. "Perfect timing." He reached for the coffee. "You always know when I need caffeine." She nodded, her smile thin. She used to know everything, used to feel connected. But lately something was off, something was changing. RJ noticed her silence. "Luna, you okay?" She opened her mouth but didn't get to answer. The door swung open. Zend walked in. "Of course. Hope wants final sketches sent to printing before the relaunch event," Zend said, not even looking at RJ, his eyes fixed squarely on Luna. Tension heavy, palpable. Luna nodded politely. "I'll send them." Zend didn't move, he lingered too long. RJ's jaw clenched. Things were polite, civil, controlled. But the history between Luna and Zend, the accidental intimacy, the guilt, the shame, lived in the air like unspoken wildfire gas fumes. One spark. And this whole building could burn. Brok's living room continued. Hope finally pulled back from Liam, eyes shining. "We should tell Bate." Liam's grin widened. "She's going to be ecstatic." Brooke stepped forward then, arms opening to pull Hope into a warm, fierce embrace. "I'm so happy for you," Brooke whispered. "For both of you." And for a moment, just a moment, it felt like everything was settling into place. But somewhere across town, a woman who had never known peace was fantasizing about murder. ILGIRDINO upstairs apartment. Sheila paced the small space like a lioness in a cage. The walls seemed too close, the floor too loud, the world too unfair. Lee watched her, cautious but unafraid. She survived worse than Sheila Carter's unstable moods. She had dealt with grief, betrayal, loss. Sheila was chaos, but Lee was steel. "You don't own him," Lee said finally. "Deacon has a mind, a heart, a choice." Sheila stopped packing, her eyes were icy. "He is my husband." Lee raised an eyebrow. "Is he?" "Because from what I saw, he looked like a man searching for something he doesn't have at home." Sheila's voice dropped to a whisper, more terrifying than a scream. "If Taylor thinks she can replace me, if Brooke thinks she can come between us, if anyone tries to take what's mine," her lips curled. Lee didn't flinch. "What will you do?" Sheila smiled. A smile that did not belong to a sane person. "I will bury them." Silence. Not dramatic silence, real cold silence. The kind that means she's not talking in metaphors. Lee understood that instantly, and she knew she had to warn someone before this turned into another blood-soaked tragedy. Taylor's office. Deacon and Taylor were still tangled in that moment, too close, too vulnerable, too familiar. They had seen each other's wounds. They had both lived under the shadow of Brooke Logan. They were both tired of being someone's second choice. Taylor pulled back just enough to see his face. "Deacon, this is complicated." "It doesn't have to be," he whispered. She stared into his eyes, searching for desperation, but found sincerity, and loneliness, and longing. "Your marriage is dying," he finished, "and I think we both know why." Taylor swallowed. "Sheila will never let you go." "I'm not hers to own," he said. For the first time in a long time, Taylor believed she had permission to want something for herself. But before she could speak, her office door opened. Ridge walked in. Of course. He froze. She froze. Deacon stood his ground. Ridge blinked and his voice was low, controlled, dangerous. "What the hell is going on here?" "At the hospital." Lee moved quickly, phone in hand. "Brooke, it's Lee. I need to speak with you. It's urgent. It's about Sheila." Brooke's smile faded instantly. "What happened?" Lee's voice dropped. "She's spiraling. She thinks Deacon is involved with Taylor. And Brooke, she said she would kill her." Brooke's blood ran cold. She had seen Sheila threaten. She had seen her attack. She had seen her shoot, stab, sabotage, and destroy lives. Sheila didn't bluff. Brooke's eyes widened, panic flaring. "Where is Taylor now?" Lee whispered. "With Deacon. Brok's house, same time." Meanwhile, Hope sat with Liam, unaware of the storm brewing. I want this wedding to be different, Hope said. Calm, real, not rushed, not crowded, not influenced by anyone but us. Liam nodded slowly. We'll do it our way. And then, a knock at the door. Hope opened it. And standing there, breathing hard, eyes wide, was Brooke. Hope, Liam. Brooke tried to stay composed. We have a problem. Hope blinked. Mom. It's Taylor, Brooke said. She's in danger. Liam's face drained of color. Hope grabbed her mother's arm. What do you mean, what happened? Brooke swallowed. Sheila is going to kill her. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and don't miss any updates.